Remember how often 40 days appears in the Bible? You know, Moses is on Mount Sinai 40 days, rains 40 days and 40 nights, Elijah's 40 days in the valley of the brook Cherith, fed by a raven. Jesus is 40 days tempted by the devil in the desert. What's this 40 thing? Well, I asked Olivia. I happened to be in the Middle East when the Gulf War broke out. And I should have brought a slide of it. I have the speech that Saddam Hussein gave in Baghdad the day that bombing commenced. The opening line of the speech is, "My fellow Iraqis, today we have won the war." Now, from a military point of view, he was getting the crap kicked out of him. And everybody, including Saddam Hussein, knew he was going to lose. But Olivia explained to me that when a bully picks on you in the honor-shame world, it's not expected that you will be able to withstand the onslaught of a bully. What's expected is that you will resist long enough to show your courage. Then when you surrender, there is no shame. You get your newspaper out sometime and figure out how long it was from the time we began bombing till the day Saddam Hussein surrendered. 40 days.
Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 through 11. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert to be tempted by the devil. He fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and afterwards he was hungry. The tempter approached and said to him,
"If you are the Son of God, command that these stones become loaves of bread."
He said in reply, "It is written, one does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes forth from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and made him stand on the parapet of the temple and said to him,
"If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, He will command His angels concerning you, and with their hands they will support you, lest you dash your foot against a stone."
Jesus answered him, "Again it is written, you shall not put the Lord your God to the test." Then the devil took him up to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their magnificence. And he said to him,
"All these I shall give you, if you will prostrate yourself and worship me."
At this Jesus said to him, "Get away, Satan! It is written, the Lord your God shall you worship, and him alone shall you serve." Then the devil left him, and look, angels came and ministered to him.
Everybody, including Saddam Hussein, knew he was going to lose. But Olivia explained to me that when a bully picks on you in the honor-shame world, it's not expected that you will be able to withstand the onslaught of a bully. What's expected is that you will resist long enough to show your courage. Then when you surrender, there is no shame. You get your newspaper out sometime and figure out how long it was from the time we began bombing till the day Saddam Hussein surrendered. It's 40 days. Before that began, before that Iraq war broke out, think what George Bush and Saddam Hussein were doing. They were in a pissing match. They were calling us the great Satan, and we were calling Saddam Hussein terrible things. And I mean, it was going back and forth and back and forth. What did Saddam Hussein do 1 week before the bombing broke out? He sent Tariq Aziz, the Iraqi foreign minister, to Russia and asked them to negotiate. That's what you do in the Middle East if you want to try to prevent this from breaking out in violence. What did George Bush do in response? Absolutely refused. Olivia's comment to me was, "You are barbarians. What's the matter with you?" And the day we started bombing, their assumption was we lost. Saddam Hussein's honor ranking just went right to the ceiling. It was a paper written by a member of our State Department just before that war broke out on honor and shame, a lifelong diplomat in the Middle East, trying to explain to George Bush Why, if we stayed out of this, the Arab world would take care of him. He had done something evil to an Arab brother. But you get involved, this paper said, and you're going to save his life. George Bush refused to read that paper. And the war broke out, and here Saddam Hussein is still in power. I guess my point is the core value, folks, is not only in the biblical text, it still exists today.